Loving her was the most electrifying experience of my life.
The exoskeleton is heading across the city towards the northwest.
I'm almost ready.
For what? Do you know for certain it's Gerald Ravens out there?
Who else could it be?
Oh, need I remind you that Mr. Ravens is lying in a morgue in a seriously negative condition?
Come on. Let's go.
John, as soon as we get in the chrysalid, I want you to drain the power cells on the exoskeleton. We've got to make him discard it.
Yes, of course, but let's just hope he doesn't keep on going. And going. And going.
We asked people to try a nutritious new pasta dish.
It's very good. This is wonderful.
It's Hamburger Helper's new Italian herb.
Hamburger Helper? I'm surprised. Under 325 calories per serving.
No preservatives.
I'm impressed.
Makes a real good, feel-good meal.
It doesn't have to be Halloween to be this scary.
Whoa! What's wrong with you?
Bad Moon. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
Presenting the most effective home exercise system available. As with all great designs, it works on one very simple idea: freedom. This is Bowflex. With 64 exercises, only Bowflex gives you the freedom to get an entire body workout with both strength and aerobic exercise. Call right now for your free video and brochure on the only fitness machine that gives you the results you really want. Guaranteed results. Bowflex design gives you the freedom to move through your workout quickly and efficiently, which keeps your heart rate up, burns fat, and tones muscle. Only the Bowflex patented Power Rod system follows your body's natural range of motion, so every exercise feels great, because you dictate the motion, not the machine. And of course, Bowflex gives you the freedom to have your room back when you're done. Call now for your free video and brochure on the fitness machine that guarantees results in 6 weeks or your money back. Bowflex. Freedom for results.
James Caan, Mandy Patinkin. Alien Nation, the motion picture. 8 p.m. Eastern, Sci-Fi Saturday.
Hear that?
Bells.
School's out.
400 yards. 300 yards. 100 yards! It's hungry, sir! It got Johnson!
Ooh, beefy.
Chef Boyardee, beef ravioli. Feed the need.
When it hurts so much you can hardly swallow ordinary food, get Vicks Chloraseptic Spray. It numbs sore throat pain on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloraseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away. Got a painful canker sore? Get Vicks Chloraseptic Spray. It numbs canker sore pain on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloraseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away.
Today we studied dinosaurs, how big they were, and how some ate plants.
Learning's more fun when kids can draw and erase like magic on a Magnadoodle.
But when they forced their kids to eat broccoli, they got extinct. Magnadoodle!
Things haven't been going so good, sis.
Come stay with us.
When they invited him in, they let in something they could never imagine. Forever Escape. Bad Moon. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
The world's first online science fiction convention is happening right now. Log on for more details at www.scifi.com. Coming up next, it's Sci-Fi Vortex.
Viacom.
Coming up on the Sci-Fi Channel and online at sci-fi.com, Trailer Park, a chat with Ed Neumeyer, writer, and John Davidson, executive producer of the upcoming film adaptation of Robert Heinlein's Starship Troopers, and Fantastic Planet. Log on.
Welcome to Comlink Satellite Service. You have selected Faster Than Light News Feed for Friday, 1 November 2146.
Is Tim being commercially exploited? Armando Corleone proposes a solution.
Listen, when Tim's father was lost, didn't I come through with my 1-9000 Matee helpline? Well, now I'm going to do the same thing for Matee's first kid and help out his second kid at the same time. The way I see it, you got too many companies trying to get one poor little half-alien kid to endorse all their products. The solution? You use the other half-alien kid, Tim's half-brother Joey, to help out for, commensurate compensation, of course. Hey, what are brothers for, huh, Joey? What do you think of that? Hey, you gotta love that kid. So much spirit.
This FTL newsfeed is brought to you by Milano Cookies from Pepperidge Farm.
Someone's been sneaking my Milano cookies.
Tim? Is he capable of indulging himself the way I do? The baby. Would she know how to savor every moment?
Pepperidge Farm Milano, the finest dark chocolate in perfect balance with 2 cookies of exquisite texture.
A plumber. Could he possibly appreciate? Nah.
Milano cookies from Pepperidge Farm. Treasure was meant to be discovered.
You're caught in the SF Vortex.
Who's there?
Ghosts in the attic, that's who, in the new TV movie Buried Secrets.
What's going on here?
Well, for one thing, Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny take to the court in Space Jam.
We need your help!
Maybe you'd be better off with the Enforcer on Hercules. She knows how to really fight fire with fire.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Plus, we'll take you backstage, on stage, and upstage with all the big stars at the Sci-Fi Universe Awards. It's all happening right here, folks, as we preview and review the world of sci-fi entertainment. Does anyone have any idea on what we do now?
How about we go out and kick some alien butt, huh?
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Here we are once again on our virtual space station, and I'm Roger Lodge, and this is SF Vortex. Our mission to preview and review everything in science fiction entertainment and to be your sounding board about what you like and what you don't like in sci-fi programming today. And how about this, folks? We are going to unmask some of your favorite Babylon 5 characters coming up in the War Room. That's right, Bill Mooney and Mira Furlan will be joining us in just a little bit. But before that, it's finally the time that we've been talking about, as the crew of Deep Space Nine will be united with that of the original USS Enterprise the week of November 4th. Now, using that Forrest Gump technology, the DS9 crew lands in the popular 1967 Star Trek episode that featured who else but the rapidly reproducing Tribbles.
I want to know who started it. I'm waiting. Who started the fight?
I don't know, sir.
All right. Chekhov. I know you. You started it, didn't you?
No, sir, I didn't.
Well, who did?
I don't know, sir.
I don't know, sir. I want to know who threw the first punch. All right. You're all confined to quarters until I find out who started it. Dismissed.
Isn't that amazing how they do that? Here it is, folks. Time out for a little Tribble trivia. Now, the first working title of the classic episode was A Fuzzy Thing Happened. And if that's not enough information for you, how about this? Did you know that science fiction writer Robert Heinlein's story, The Martian Flat Cats, inspired the script for the whole popular episode, huh? Now you can sleep tonight. Now, jumping from the past to the future. What did you folks think of that Millennium premiere, huh? Now, we all knew that Millennium was going to be similar than the Profiler, but come on, I think the lines, even the dialogue was almost the same. It's my gift. It's my curse. I heard that in both shows. What, did the writers get together and talk about it? However, Millennium was still the highest-rated drama series to debut on any network this season. I guess that's enough reason for the Profiler to take on another case this weekend.
What's this?
Within 24 hours, you will be purified like me. You couldn't have left this on a notepad somewhere?
You're basing your logic on logic, Reese.
All of his letters talk about inner peace, cleansing from within. Grace, will an overdose of iodine cause liver damage?
Oh, yeah.
I found iodine tablets by his bed. He was using them to purify his water. It's the water. To cleanse, to purify.
All right, let me get this straight. If I watch Millennium, I don't get Ally Walker. If I watch The Profiler, I get Ally Walker. Where's the decision? Now, if you like your paranormal detectives more viewer-friendly, you can check out 90210's Tiffany Amber Thiessen as she goes supernatural in a made-for-TV movie this week. Those of us who like seeing Valerie exposing skeletons in the closet will definitely enjoy watching Thiessen digging out ghosts in the attic in the movie of the week we've all been waiting for, Buried Secrets.
Mr. Roth?
Girl, go ahead and replant that flower garden. That's a good idea. But do it over here by the porch. Ground out there by the cliff. Too dangerous.
Okay, it's not a stretch to assume that someone took a header off that cliff. But who's the agitated adolescent in the attic?
There's rumors going on saying that there was, someone had died there and all that. And she ends up going in and starting to find out that there's a spirit of a young girl, teenage girl there in the attic. She's dead, but her spirit is still in that house.
Dead?
I felt what she felt. Loneliness.
And the answer to ending that loneliness lies in solving the murder mystery. But don't worry, folks. Buried Secrets never gets too heavy.
It's a ghost story, and I love supernatural stuff.
All right, here's my very complex review and critique of Buried Secrets. Don't miss it. And it airs this Monday on NBC. By the way, folks, did you catch a glimpse of Shannon Rowe? He plays the angry boyfriend of the dead teenager, right? He's the guy from the short-lived Kindred the Embrace series. All right. Now, for all you Hercules fans, last season the Enforcer gave Herc a run for his money in one of the most intriguing syndicated episodes. Ex-martial arts champion Karen Shepard plays the robotic creature who's definitely on a mission.
Hera says, kill Hercules.
Yeah, I know. But she never has the courage to say it to my face.
I'm back. First time the Enforcer appeared on Hercules, she was totally non-human, this entity that was sent by Hera to kill Hercules, and that was it. She was just this mean, cold, fighting machine.
Shepard's episode heated up the ratings so much that she was invited back to portray the Enforcer again.
Ooh, I'm scared now. You should be. I come back to help Hercules this time, and Hera has sent another warrior, which is like the upgraded, more technical version of the Enforcer.
She is also made of water.
Hmm? Oh, no. Sometimes people cry when they're happy.
You are not happy.
Oh, yes, I am.
This character has a lot to learn. She's just very open to the world through the eyes of right, instead of, I must kill Hercules. She has a little bit of color, and I'm very pleased with the way this character is developed.
Trouble.
So the Enforcer grows, but still kicks major butt.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Well, you know, that acting's got to be tough enough, but then when you throw in the whole Hong Kong style martial arts and the karate, I mean, not many people could do that. Well, we'll be right back.
Don't move a muscle.
Coming up next, Michael Jordan goes loony in Space Jam. And find out which stars were shining bright at the Sci-Fi Universe Awards when SF Vortex returns.
This Sci-Fi Channel program is brought to you by Puerto Rico. Only a continent could offer so many great vacation experiences.
We could really use a vacation.
Come and discover the continent of Puerto Rico. Discover the warmth of our tropical beaches, the wonders of our natural beauty, the legends of our centuries-old cities, and the challenges of everything you've ever wanted to do. Only a continent would offer so many great vacation experiences. Only Puerto Rico puts it all within your reach.
So tired of waiting for you.
Why wait for a cold pill to start working when there's Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine? Its burst of effervescence means its strong medicine is ready to rush relief the instant you take it. So what are you waiting for? Get fast relief. Get Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
The Nordic Flex Ultra Lift from Nordic Track. The best way to get the body you've always wanted. Nordic Flex is engineered to give you a faster, safer strength training workout in 5 ways. First, Nordic Flex gives you a superior workout. Its unique 4-bar linkage system enables you to lift real weight without cumbersome weight stacks. Second, the Nordic Flex's single-station design reduces the time you spend between exercises for a faster workout. Third, the ergonomic design of Nordic Flex promotes proper lifting form, enabling you to achieve results faster and safer. Fourth, Nordic Flex comes with an integrated electronic computer that tracks your progress and keeps you motivated. Fifth, Nordic Flex was designed with the quality and durability of a health club machine. At just $39.95 per month, it represents the best value in fitness today. Take the 90-day Nordic Flex Challenge. If you're not well on your way to the body you've always wanted, simply return it for a refund of the purchase price. Order now and we'll include free the Ultra Lift personal training video, wall chart, and guide with tips on all 35 exercises. A $30 value. Call now.
All right, welcome back to the show that inspired the New York Yankees to a World Series title, SF Vortex. Now, for you fantasy sports nuts, the Looney Tunes gang goes live action when Bugs Bunny and his dream team are led by who else but Michael Jordan, and they challenge aliens to a high-stakes basketball game. Here's a look at what you can expect from Warner Brothers' Space Jam opening next weekend.
What's going on here?
I thought you'd never ask. Don't move a muscle. You see, these aliens come from outer space. They want to make us slaves, so we challenge them to a basketball game.
You heard of the Dream Team? Well, we're the Mean Team.
What I'm trying to say is, we need your help!
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
Space Jam recruited some of the NBA's finest to play against Jordan and his loony pals. It even has Tweety Bird kicking some butt to keep his team from going to another planet.
How about we go out and kick some alien butt, huh?
You know, this film won't exactly be a slam dunk for Warner Brothers, folks. They got their work cut out for them as this movie cost a reported $125 million to make. Think fast. Hey, nice hands over there. Pretty impressive. Other news in the Vortex, the Sci-Fi Channel hosts the first ever worldwide online convention this weekend. It's 24 hours a day through November 3rd. There you go. Sci-Fi Con is an unprecedented event taking place on the Dominion. Check out the schedule on the Dominion today. Also, ABC has ordered 13 episodes of a TV drama based on the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Time Cop. The sci-fi action series is scheduled for the 97-98 season. Now, folks, I just got to tell you about what a great time I had at the Sci-Fi Universe Reader's Choice Awards. It was the second year for the awards, my first, and I really saw some great clips, a great show, and best of all, a galaxy of sci-fi stars.
Very cool.
The stars of the sci-fi universe were shining bright at the El Rey Theater in Los Angeles, where anyone who was anyone in science fiction was welcome inside. No, come on. Please, I need to get in. I'm doing a whole thing. You don't know me.
Oh, Roger, I'm so sorry. Next time.
Well, I finally reached the right palm and got in. And look, even on stage. For those of you out there who don't know who I am, join the millions. That's the lovely Erica Gimple from The Profiler. She and I presented the awards to Babylon 5's Mira Furlan and Peter Jurasik for Best Supporting Actress and Actor in a Television Series.
For me, the only three people to thank are my wife, who I share everything with, Joe Straczynski, who writes great scripts for me, and the guy who made my wig.
I just want to thank you guys so much for watching our show and loving it as much as we did. It really means a lot to me because I miss that show so very much.
Last year I was asked to MC the first Sci-Fi Universe Award presentation, and I was very, very fortunate to get the award also, but I shared it with David Duchovny, and I thought they gave it to me because I showed up and he didn't. But
if you thought we just went to get a look at our favorite stars, well, you're right. But we also got the scoop on some upcoming stories.
We've got another one of our old adversaries from the original, from Next Generation coming back. We've got one of our crew members going through some major changes near the end of the month. It's going to be exciting.
It's all bigger and better and newer and more wonderful. Because I'm in it more.
I don't know much I can tell you. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you too much about my character, but I saw some of it last week. I saw most of it actually last week. It looks phenomenal.
The rumor of my demise has been greatly exaggerated. He might be. He is X, remember that?
Wow, X might come back. That'd be great. How do you folks feel about that? Definitely give us some feedback. All right, anyway, some other winners at the awards included Madeline Stowe, 12 Monkeys, Will Smith, ID4, and Peter Boyle added the Reader's Choice Award to his Emmy for his incredible performance in X-Files. And my favorite show, Babylon 5, took home the award for the Best SF Television Series. You know, one of the best things about the awards, other than meeting Kristen Cloak, was trying to figure out who was who without all the makeup, right? So we thought to ourselves, hey, what a great idea for a war room. So coming up next, you will meet some of the cast members of Babylon 5, Delin and Lanier, when SF Vortex unmasks them in a moment.
With Old El Paso in 3 minutes, you've got, oh yeah, Old El Paso, where it's easy to be nacho.
It doesn't have to be Halloween to be this scary.
Oh! What's wrong with you?
Bad Moon. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
We planted our own garden this year. That's because Mom says fresh is best. We even make our own salad dressing.
Hidden Valley Ranch. You make that fresh, original ranch taste with milk, mayonnaise, and the original blend of herbs and spices.
She says more salad will help me grow like a weed. The sooner the better.
Hidden Valley Ranch. Good things grow in Hidden Valley.
How would you like to have whiter teeth right now?
Right now? That'll be great.
Sure, I'd love whiter teeth.
Wouldn't everybody? Hi, I'm Erin Gray, and I'm here to tell you about Instant White. Just spray it on, and in less than 10 seconds, you're on your way to whiter teeth and a brighter smile. That's right, it's a spray. Just look at how well it works. You can really see the difference. No more gooey gels, no more goofy mouth trays. With Instant White, you just spray it on and that's it. It even makes ugly stains disappear. Instant White has been proven both safe and effective. It really works.
Call now and you'll also get this travel size free. That's both sizes for only $19.95.
You'll love Instant White, so order now.
To order Instant White and receive the travel size absolutely free, call 1-800-941-8200 or send check your money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling to the address below. But for faster service, call 1-800-941-8200.
It's awful, I got to tell you. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the big show. Now we're in the war room with Mira Furlan, a.k.a. Ambassador Delenn, who represents, of course, the Minbari Federation, and Lanier, who is also Minbari, is played by none other than Bill Mumy, who, of course, we all know is Will Robinson on Lost in Space, and he's also the co-creator and writer of Nickelodeon's Space Cases. Mr. Mumy? Welcome.
Roger, well done.
Nice to have you here. And also the man behind all these faces is John Vulich, Babylon 5's man in charge of special effects and makeup. Thanks for being here, gang. I got to get right to it. John, I'll start with you. I've been dying to ask you this. Claudia Christian, is she single?
Is that a trick question?
All right, we'll get to that later. Now, between these two actors, and you know what? Between any actors on your program, okay, my favorite show, Babylon 5, who takes the longest in that makeup chair in the morning?
Well, oddly enough, Mira's makeup here does take the longest.
Then anybody?
Absolutely, especially that scar now that we're going to have to touch up.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I think that would surprise a lot of people, because wouldn't you think like Jakar would take about 3 weeks to get him made up? Is it really, Mira?
Absolutely.
Why?
It just seems to be, it's the irony of it. It's the more subtler the makeup is, the more time it takes. There's more blending and less finessing. There's no big black spots we can hide it under.
So let's say she has a 7 a.m. call. What time is she going to be done?
We're usually in about 4:30. Yeah. In fact, tomorrow morning, we're going to be there bright and early.
4:30 in the morning. Wow. How about Mr. Mumy over here? How long does that outfit take?
Makeup's an hour and a half.
Oh, please.
It's an hour and a half.
When is it ever an hour and a half?
Hour 40 minutes.
I wish it were an hour and a half.
I'm timing it next
season, it was
time.
3 hours and 20 minutes. Now we're eking by at an hour and 45.
We're not counting the hour break.
All right. Let me ask you two this.
I got to wear that dress every day, too. Look out.
Welcome back. Well, the Bill Mumy Show. My God, he's going on a roll here.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Warning, warning.
As two terrific actors who I watch week after week, what about the fact, what about the fact that all that makeup you have on, okay, and is it frustrating as a performer? I mean, don't you do this? I mean, isn't part of the fun of being a great actor the fact that people come up and say, "God, I love your work, you're terrific," but how can they recognize you if you have all this stuff on? Isn't that frustrating?
You're kind of working incognito. You're kind of,
right.
But it has some advantages.
Which are?
You can go to
People
Disneyland.
love you. Exactly. People
You
don't
can go to
like
the
you.
mall.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
You're left alone.
So those are the pros. What about the cons?
Well, there's a lot of glue and plastic kind of.
Is it hard to get that off? I can imagine.
It's very hard, but you have to also learn. It's restricting sometimes when you turn your neck. You have to learn how to kind of work the bones.
It's a whole neck thing. Okay.
It is.
And Mira, it's. You're fun. I think you're funnier than Jerry Doyle, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you very much. But, if you'd like to wear the bone sometime, we could just change seats.
Okay. All right, Mira, let me ask you this, okay? The fact that you're working behind all of this makeup, does that make it, as a performer, more difficult or maybe a little bit easier that you have this wall to kind of
overcome?
Overcome.
I
Good
feel that I'm overcoming something.
Wait. It's supposed to help you act.
Okay.
Wrong
As
answer.
you say.
For himself, though, perhaps you should come down to the show sometime and put on like the bone and
spare
the
bones
dress
around.
and the glue and experience it for yourself. That would be, and then you could do the show as a Minbari.
I mean, you have to
You
get
guys would
used
have
to
me
a
on? Do I have to
totally new.
read, audition, the whole thing?
We could make that happen.
Okay.
To make that
So what about
You have this new face, and you have to get used to it. You have to know it. You have to see what it can do, how you can, what devices you have to. I mean, things that you kind of went through with your own face, but
Right.
now it's a whole new process.
Did you
So it's
like your face when they said, okay, this is what you're going to look like? They do you up, you look in the mirror for the first time, what was your reaction? Be honest.
I asked, "Where's the gun?" I'll kill myself.
Really? John Copeland, listen to your words, John Copeland. Ouch.
No, I have to say that was my situation in the pilot. You have to kind of get rid of all vanity, which also, I mean, is a task.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I see it as a.
Bill Mooney, happy with your look?
Loving it. just loving it. I mean, I think everybody in town's going to be walking around with an eggplant and a bone on their head pretty soon. It's the look to have.
Regarding your character,
that would be linear.
I knew it was linear.
Right. I'm just not reminding myself.
How much do you have a little time with the great creator, the great maker, Mr. Straczynski, as we refer to him as? But
Yes.
how much influence do you have? Do you talk about where you're going? Where you're
Yeah, being a fellow writer, no, Joe and I get along pretty well, and I have had some input into the arc of Lanier's character. I went to Joe early in the second season and suggested that Lanier was deeply in love with Delenn, although he would never express that to her.
Right.
I wanted to play him that way, and he thought about that, went away for a couple of days, came back and said, okay, let's start playing it like that, and we put that in place early in season 2, and that didn't come out
really
until the end of season 3, really middle of season 3.
That's power, folks. That is the power of Bill Mooney.
Big time showbiz.
Don't go away. We're going to be back in the War Room with a peek at next season. That's right. It's all coming up with viewer questions as well. That's all when SF Vortex returns.
It's the heart of science fiction. Sci-Fi Entertainment Magazine. On sale at newsstands now.
Sunday is a time for family.
The boy will do anything for his mother.
A time for prayer.
Do this, and the Lord shall preserve you from all evil.
But now, Sundays will never be the same again.
Golly!
Because the X-Files has moved to a new night.
We will live again. FBI!
Mulder, no!
You saw it, you heard it, why can't you feel it?
Catch a brand new X-Files Sunday on Fox.
How did I get my kids hooked on the classics? I gave them a good kerplunk, the game. Plunked down the fun. Chuckled as their marbles came tumbling down. Yeah, I gave it to them. Just like my parents did me. But I'm okay.
Kerplunk, a Tyco classic game. Fun lasts forever.
I'm a spoon, but I should have been a knife, because I love banana nut bread. Hey, knife, dig this. New banana nut bread instant hot cereal from the Cream of Wheat Kitchen. Nope, it's all mine.
Don't let a new car payment be a financial burden. Call 1-800-32-SMART about Smart Lease by GMAC. It's an affordable way to drive off with a new GM vehicle. And it might even give you something you wouldn't mind carrying around.
If your cold medicine is harder on you than your cold, try Advil Cold and Sinus. It relieves nasal congestion, sinus pain, fever, but won't make you drowsy. Knocks out your symptoms, not you.
Advil Cold and Sinus, advanced formula for colds.
Here come the Eureka Bravo 2s, new Boss Plus 12 amp and our bestseller, the Boss 9.5 amp, both with tools on board for above floor cleaning. Bravo 2, easy on your wallet, tough on dirt. From Eureka.
The battle for planet Earth has begun. Tuesday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the SciFi Channel. On the next episode of SciFi Channel Sightings, investigators search for clues after 62 school children report seeing aliens emerge from a UFO.
Why would 62 children lie?
Then,
I don't think anyone can define why.
can sightings experts untangle the mysteries of psychic healing? Plus, meet a man of the claw who exorcises evil spirits. Compelling investigations, extraordinary possibilities. SciFi Channel Sightings, coming up next.
All right, welcome back. We're still in the War Room with Babylon 5's Bill Mooney, Mira Furlan, and makeup artist extraordinaire John Vulich. Gang, season 4 starts next week, so why don't we take a quick look at a clip from The Hour of the Wolf. Oh!
I've felt this before. I've been here before. Did you hear that? It knows our names. Take us down.
Who was it? It was the first ones. I know it was the first ones. Let's get to some viewer mail.
It was the Stones on their galactic tour from 2261.
Let's get to some viewer mail. Mark Rivera from Brooklyn, New York, big Yankee fan. He wants to know.
Mark, remember?
He wants some hints about season number 4. How dark's the show going to go?
Tell him to play with his bright switch on the TV.
John, come on, you know what's happening down there at Babylon 5. How dark is this show going?
The great makers tell me it has to get dark before it gets light. I will tell you that the first few episodes that we've done, and from our end of it, we've done stuff more akin to what you would do for a horror film than a science fiction show, I think.
That's it. That's all they have we get about next season. What good are you? Come on, what else you got?
You got to find out. Tune in.
Folks, you have any questions for us here in the war room? You want to see somebody else unmasked? Email us at sfvortex@aol.com. There you have it. That wraps up another episode of SF Vortex. I want to thank my guest. Bill, will you come back?
Thanks. No.
Thanks. Mira, thank you very much for coming. John, thank you so much. There you have it, folks. So long, everybody. Hey, I got this down pretty good.
Absolutely.
Investigators search for clues after 62 school children report seeing aliens emerge from a UFO on the next episode of Sci-Fi Channel Sightings. Coming up next. Coming up on the Sci-Fi Channel and online at sci-fi.com, a chat with Ed Neumeier and John Davison from the upcoming film Starship Troopers, Fantastic Planet, and a chat with X-Files executive producer Howard Gordon. Log on now and you're there.
On this edition of Sightings, in 1994, these school children saw a UFO land. 2 years later, the alien visitors keep coming.
Why would 62 children lie?
Now their neighborhood is becoming a UFO hotspot.
You got a lot of heat.
Yeah. You feel it now?
Oh, strongly.
Then, their hands have caused the lame to walk and the blind to see. Who are these healers among us?
Through negligence, through weakness.
Later, he's a country minister, and he's also England's premier exorcist.
There always have been hauntings down the centuries.
Also, the Air Force uses this machine to train pilots. Those who use it say it creates out-of-body experiences.
Except for reality itself, I don't remember anything being quite that real.
And can anything be done to the perverse spirit that's terrorizing these 3 women?
Welcome to Sightings. I'm Tim White. After our recent report on a UFO encounter and group contact in Rua, Zimbabwe, many Sightings viewers wrote in requesting additional information about this historic incident. And as Carla Wohl tells us in this extended report, the Rua encounter was only the first in a series of ongoing UFO sightings. Rua, it seems, is Earth's newest paranormal hotspot.
Rua is a small agricultural community in Zimbabwe's bush country, now the focus of UFO research because sightings are definitely on the rise in this part of Africa.
The sightings have increased. It has now come to the stage, and I do not think a day goes by without some sighting.
I'd say at least half of the sightings that we have are genuine, and the balance would be attributed to things like meteorites, natural phenomenon, that sort of thing. But at least half the sightings reports that we get are definitely genuine.
This string of UFO activity began with a group encounter that occurred in this field next to the Ariel Primary School in Rua. In September of 1994, 62 schoolchildren claimed that a UFO had landed and that they saw alien beings emerge from the spacecraft.
All I saw was a silver flash, just like that. And I saw a few I saw the bigger one and a spaceship, like 4 or 5 of them, like crowding around it.
They were very still, and then I saw them also disappear. They went about a meter off the ground and then they just vanished. We ran down to the teachers and we went into the office and we started telling the teachers, and then they said maybe there's nothing.
But the children started drawing pictures, creating in pencil and crayon a disturbing portrait of extraterrestrial contact.
Definitely not a human. He had a big head and big black eyes and was dressed in a black bodysuit. And his eyes were down here and he was like looking really, really funny.
And these eyes, the children tell us, conveyed a telepathic message, a frightening warning about Earth's destruction.
I think they're trying to tell us something which is going to happen, and other people don't actually believe us sometimes. So maybe they are trying to show us something.
I'd like to welcome Cynthia Hind from Africa. Thank you very much.
No one knows the story of the Rua group sighting better than researcher Cynthia Hind. At a recent International UFO Congress in England, Hind held ufologists spellbound with the stories of the Rua schoolchildren.
I believe them. I believe they saw what they said they saw, small details that I saw in the drawings, which were incredible.
Hind is a respected African journalist who covered the Rua encounter for the BBC. What she finds most convincing about the story is the fact that not one of the 62 children has changed his or her version of what happened since the event first occurred in 1994. This despite the community's strict punishment for lying.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They're afraid of the headmaster. There's no doubt about it at all. He's one of the people that still cane children if they're naughty. Says he believes in discipline. And he said, I'm not a believer, but he said, I can tell you one thing, children would never lie to me.
But not everyone who studied the Rua group sighting believes the children's story.
It's not a question of whether they're lying or not, okay? It's a question of their distinction between reality and not reality may not be as sharp as that of an older kid or an adult person.
Professor John Saliba teaches comparative religion and has researched many claims of extraterrestrial contact, discounting them all.
Another thing which kind of struck me is, here are these craft coming down, presumably making lots of noise, and none of the adults ventured out to see why there's such a noise taking place.
We were all actually in the middle of a staff meeting in the staff room, so there was no teacher actually outside it at that point in time.
They must have been discussing some very important topics at the meeting there they were having. So that's kind of a thing which struck me.
I still don't understand how you could get 62 kids to come up with the exact same story.
I think kids knew about flying saucers. The way they drew the flying saucer and the so-called people who came out of it. Now, those are pictures you'll find in TV programs, in movies.
Well, a lot of these children don't go to the movies. They live in the country. Parents are farmers.
I believe them because normally children don't lie about things like that. And we always joke with the children, we always say all these little green men come out and they say, no, Mommy, but we did see.
But I am sure that they personally are convinced that they saw something and it was something not part of nature.
Well, I mean, I'm one of those people who like to see with my own eyes, okay?
So essentially, there's nothing that you could hear from the children that would convince you.
I mean, I have to admit, you have all these stories of flying saucers for the last 40 years, and I can't understand their goals while they're here. I don't know what they're doing. They're wasting their time. They're going around in circles, talking to a few people who are insignificant.
But Hind does not view the children or the events that they claim to have witnessed as insignificant. Her proof is a question that haunts everyone who has investigated the Rua sightings.
Why would 62 children lie?
And because there have been hundreds of additional sightings since then throughout South Central Africa, more people are trusting in the children.
But the children can't lie. They tell the truth.
PEER, the Program for Extraordinary Experience Research, an organization founded by Dr. John Mack, is continuing to work in southern Africa. Currently, PEER is producing an in-depth documentary on the Rua sightings.
Next, the mystery of healing hands. Later,
when it looked like it split apart, it actually went up and out.
A strange phenomena in the skies above Idaho.
This Sci-Fi Channel program is brought to you by Norelco Reflex Action Razor. Anything closer could be too close for comfort.
Does it have a lubricating comfort strip? Does it need a lubricating comfort strip? Introducing the Norelco Reflex Action Razor. A great shave with less irritation than blades.
Got a painful canker sore? Get Vicks Chloroseptic Spray. It numbs canker sore pain on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloroseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away. Got soreness from braces? Get Vicks Chloroseptic Spray. It numbs braces irritation on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloroseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away.
The side dish steals the show when it's creamy Velveeta shells and cheese.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Things haven't been going so good, sis.
Come stay with us.
When they invited him in, they let in something they could never imagine. Forever Escape. Bad Moon. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
You're watching Sci-Fi Channel Sightings.
Just what does it take to get in shape and stay that way? If you think you need to go to a gym to lose weight, get in shape, and have a body like this, think again. This is Bowflex, a real workout at home that's so good, we guarantee results in 6 weeks or your money back. Think about it. You could get results like tighter abs, finer lines, a stronger chest, and more defined legs in only 6 weeks. It's not magic, it's Bowflex. All of the most effective exercises, plus a great aerobic rowing feature, ready for a quick workout whenever you are. Nothing could be easier. The results you want are only 6 weeks away. Don't think about it anymore. Take action. Call us and ask for a free video and brochure on the machine that works like an entire gym, but fits anywhere in your home.
Psychic healing has a bad name in this country. Most people associating it with psychic surgery, the carnival sideshow version of holistic medicine. But at a recent medical conference sponsored by Harvard University, some forms of psychic healing were praised by mainstream medical practitioners, validating the belief that the mind-body connection plays an essential role in curing illness.
I think it's any question that some people seem to have a natural talent or ability to heal others.
Dr. C. Norman Shealy is a Harvard-trained physician and medical researcher who has spent the last 25 years investigating the claims of alternative healers. He is now among a growing number of medical professionals who recognize the value that so-called spiritual healers can have in modern healthcare.
The definition of a healer is really difficult to come by. And most healers will tell you that they don't heal. They are channels for healing energy, which all of the ones I've talked to believe is the power of God or divine power coming through them in order to assist people in healing.
I start by, of course, asking for the help from Spirit, because I believe it all comes from the God force, and that we open up to it and let that energy flow, and that whatever the problem is, that it's just taken care of.
Douglas Johnson is a spiritual healer who has a sterling reputation among physicians and his clients, who include a number of Hollywood celebrities. He has an astonishing and well-documented healing track record.
I had a cyst. They were going to operate, and I told the doctor I'd be back, and the doctor was screaming that can turn, and you can have peritonitis, and I went to Doug for 2 treatments. I went back, there was no cyst.
I don't even know what it is, but I've seen cancerous tumors instantly disappear. I've seen blind people practically instantly see.
Before I went to Douglas Johnson, I couldn't see from here to where your cars are down here. Now that's about 25 feet. But now, after Douglas Johnson and the healing, I can see all those buildings all the way back.
Josephine Hauck was diagnosed with irreversible glaucoma by a world-renowned ophthalmologist. But after a single healing session with Douglas Johnson, her vision was restored and her daily headaches disappeared.
I says, later on, I says, Doctor, do I have glaucoma? He says, no. I said, Doctor, why? The first time I came here, I says, you told me it was glaucoma. And he says, I don't know what happened. And he checked me out because he didn't believe in it. See, he couldn't find nothing. God, you got a lot of heat.
Yeah. You feel it now?
Oh, strongly.
Johnson believes that healing energy flows through him and into his clients, who report a distinct sensation of heat emanating from his hands. And when a sightings investigative team trained a thermal-sensitive camera on the healer, his fingertips, shown here in red, hit the top of the temperature scale.
It's like when you're on a hot day, you see like waves coming up off the pavement. Well, that's what I feel is coming out of my hand.
6,000 miles away, another spiritual healer with an international reputation channels what he calls the source, divine healing energy that also flows through his hands. Jeff Boltwood of Glastonbury, England, claims that this energy sometimes materializes in the form of ash, minerals, or oil, a phenomenon that sightings captured in this unedited videotape.
All of a sudden, from nowhere, from Jeff's stroking of my hand, divine oil coming through. And the smell was amazing. The smell filled the room just from Jeff manifesting his oil on my hand.
2 years ago, Colin Hydes was working under his car when the jack slipped and the car crushed his skull. He suffered a massive brain hemorrhage and was in a coma for more than 2 weeks. After he regained consciousness, he was partially paralyzed with blurred vision, slurred speech, and vital CSF, cerebral fluid, was leaking out of his brain. As a last resort, Colin's wife Jenny brought him to Jeff Boltwood.
Within 2 weeks of seeing Jeff, I had no CSF leak. I had no CSF leak. It was completely clear. And I was, wow, something had happened. Something had happened.
Within a month, Colin's other disabilities began to disappear. His vision returned, and he was able to take off his neck brace.
I noticed that he became very much more upright, and he was very much more fortified with life.
The question of why I have certain gifts, it comes up a great deal. Philosophically, I often say to people, there's no such thing as why. I don't ever question it in that way. I do it because that's what I'm here to do.
Just as there are very few Mozarts in the world, there are very few really genius healers, if you will. And I don't think anyone can define why a given person happens to be that kind of healer.
And yet, the few healers who have gained the respect of traditional health professionals like Johnson and Boltwood do share some unusual personal characteristics. Dr. Anthony Schofield of London University has made a comparative study of healers past and present.
Many healers seem to have had some serious illness in the past. And it seems to me as if they've loosened their ties with this material world and seem to have sort of 1 foot in this world and 1 foot in the other world. And it's this wounded healer phenomenon that seems to allow them to channel these healing energies.
Well, first of all, I had to fight to survive. Both my mother and I almost died when I was born, and she had a very serious heart condition.
Douglas Johnson inherited his mother's condition, and as a young boy had several brushes with death before, he claims, a spirit visited him and bestowed the gift of healing. Boltwood, too, had a near-death experience at age 5 after a serious bout with rheumatic fever.
A wonderful light came around the bed, and it got very intense, and a voice said that I would have to go back because I had work to do. And then the light entered me with a rush of energy, and then I woke up in the bed, feeling very well. I later discovered that my heart had stopped for a short while.
Dr. Schofield has found that many healers believe their power comes from their ability to transcend the physical and absorb the spiritual. And in an attempt to provide a more scientific basis for this mystical theory, Dr. Schofield is performing experiments with Jeff Boltwood. In one, damaged plant seeds treated by Boltwood improved significantly over an untreated control group.
And an increasing number of scientists believe that healing is a result of tapping into some universal subconscious and harnessing healing energies in this way. Ultimately, I don't suppose we'll know this side of the grave, quite frankly, what the true answer is. But all we do know is that healing works.
Although there are signs alternative healing will have a permanent place in many hospitals and clinics, the field is rife with fraud and disreputable people looking for a fast buck from a vulnerable patient. Use your common sense and never undertake any alternative therapies without first checking with your doctor.
Next, documented sightings and official denials in Idaho. Looking for microscopic life in space. And a monk is reborn in Seattle.
I couldn't sleep at all last night. Just thinking of you. Maybe things weren't right. Well, I was tossing and turning all night.
Man, woman. Can you spot the difference? We're all human, and that's the point. We all sweat, too. And when you sweat, you don't feel clean. So here's a radical idea. Try Sure Ultra Dry, the clean antiperspirant. It keeps you drier than any other type, whether you're a man or a woman. So you feel clean. Look, it vanishes into fight wetness before it starts. Sure Ultra Dry. It keeps you drier so a man, a woman, a human feels clean.
It doesn't have to be Halloween to be this scary.
Oh! What's wrong with you?
Bad Moon. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
If the world just wore white, Clorox bleach would take out the stains.
But the world wears color. New Clorox 2, so powerful it lifts greasy stains off colors, as well as Clorox bleach does off whites. New Clorox 2, color safe bleach.
Check in to the Dominion. The Dominion, the home of science fiction on the web. Explore, contact, consume. The Dominion. Welcome to the Edge.
Here are some of the stories Sightings is following in the news. UFO sightings concentrated along the Idaho-Oregon border continue to make headlines. And the area where they are being sighted is widening, with the appearance of a new flap observed by multiple eyewitnesses over Idaho's state capital. In Fairfield, Idaho, a small town just 80 miles east of Boise, ufologists are investigating the appearance of a brilliant orb and its link to similar sightings in the northwestern United States.
I saw a tremendous flash of light. It was preceded by what I thought was the loudest sonic boom I'd ever heard.
Johnson immediately called the two closest Air Force bases and received contradictory information.
That made me wonder if they hadn't been tracking whatever this thing was, and if this thing was actually a UFO, they may have been scoping out Fairfield for whatever reason.
There's been a lot of strange things come out of those hills. People that live in the area have been talking about it for years.
I was coming up from the barn about 6:40 in the morning from feeding my horses when I spotted a brilliant white light in the south.
There wasn't no sparks off of it or tails.
It was just a big, bright light, and it was bigger than a plane, and it was traveling much faster.
The last impression I had of it, when it looked like it split apart, was it actually went up and out. I mean, it didn't go out of sight as far as my view goes. It just stopped being there.
The earth-shaking UFO actually triggered the seismograph at Boise State University.
We personally feel like this was something that was extraterrestrial. What the answer is, we hope that we will find that.
But that answer is not forthcoming, and local residents are growing increasingly frustrated with official lack of interest.
We are the taxpayers. They are our people, and yet they have the nerve, the audacity to stand and lie to us about, tell us we're crazy. They owe us truth, don't they?
At Cape Canaveral, NASA has announced plans to gather comet dust for analysis back on Earth. But what they'll find inside that cosmic exhaust is anybody's guess. In 2003, an unmanned probe called Stardust will intercept the comet Wild 2 during its orbit around the Sun. As the comet flies past, Stardust will deploy a grid to catch samples from the comet's tail, dust as old as the universe that may contain extraterrestrial organisms. The astronauts of Apollo 11 gathered our first and only space dust, and NASA acknowledged the possibility that they had brought back alien life forms by quarantining the astronauts. This time, Stardust will jettison its canister of samples into the Utah desert. It will then be transported to a secret military weapons base, identified only as the Utah Test and Training Range. Some maverick scientists believe that within the dust they may find complex organic molecules, or even germs or spores, that will prove their theory that the universe is alive. In Seattle, Washington, an American Buddhist congregation has recognized one of its own as the reincarnation of a long-dead Tibetan Lama. 4-year-old Sunab Wongdu was chosen as the Lama's Tukala, or reincarnation, even before his birth, according to his mother.
There's hundreds of reincarnate Tukalas, all through, Tibet, India, Nepal, Bhutan, and stuff. This happens sort of like all the time. It's just he's different because this is happening in America.
Reincarnation is a central precept of Tibetan Buddhism. In this faith, lamas, or holy men, are reborn again and again. When a child is advanced as a reincarnated lama, secret rituals and tests are performed to determine if the child really is the old lama in a new body. Recently, these tests were performed in Seattle, and as a result, this child is now accepted by Tibetan Buddhists worldwide as the reborn Lama Daisheng Rinpoche, who died in 1987, a man who foretold his own rebirth.
He lived in Seattle all together about 20 years, and he even told two of his very faithful students. One is American and one is a Tibetan man. And he told him he's going to be born in Seattle.
Strangely, the 1993 film Little Buddha also foretold the Lama's rebirth in Seattle in much the same way. In real life, the new Tukala will now claim his place as a holy man. He'll be given up voluntarily by his mother to be raised in a Kathmandu monastery.
Of course, to have that kind of education is just what an incredible, incredible opportunity. So I'm very happy about that. But of course, I'm going to be extremely sad and, probably cry oceans,
In January, the littlest Lama left the United States for his new life in Kathmandu. When he's a teenager, Sunab will return to his congregation in Seattle, living proof to his followers of the eternal circle of life. We'll have more stories from the news next time. Now, here's what's coming up on Sightings.
By day, this vicar tends to the spiritual needs of his parish. At night, he exorcises their spirits.
One of the women came to me and said, "Look, can you tell me, am I heading for a nervous breakdown or is my house haunted?" And I had my first case.
Sunday is a time for family.
The boy will do anything for his mother.
A time for prayer.
Do this, and the Lord shall preserve you from all evil.
But now, Sundays will never be the same again.
Help! Golly!
Because the X-Files has moved to a new night.
We will live again.
FBI!
Bolden, no!
You saw it, you heard it, why can't you feel it?
Catch a brand new X-Files Sunday on Fox.
Your smoke detector is at one end of the house. The fire starts at the other. Will your family get out? A First Alert smoke detector on every floor in every bedroom doubles your chances. First Alert says every floor, every bedroom, because every minute counts.
Now there's a fat-free snack with all the crunch of popcorn, but you won't believe it.
Get out of here.
All the rich flavor of toffee, but you won't believe it.
No way.
Because it's completely, wholly, utterly, without a doubt, fat-free.
Yeah, right.
New fat-free Crunch and Munch.
You better believe it.
When it hurts so much you can hardly swallow ordinary food, get Vicks Chloraseptic Spray. It numbs sore throat pain on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloraseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away. Got a painful canker sore? Get Vicks Chloraseptic Spray. It numbs canker sore pain on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloraseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away.
CNET, the digital domain. 3 shows that will bring you to the edge of technology.
Beginning at noon, 9 a.m. Pacific, Sci-Fi Sunday.
Did you know there are over 1,800 companies that sell life insurance? That makes it impossible to compare the rates of every company. And since the rates for the same coverage are often different from company to company, many people overpay when buying term life insurance. Well, there's a free service from SelectQuote Insurance Services that can help make sure you don't overpay. SelectQuote continually compares the costs of term insurance policies from many top-rated companies like Kemper, Travelers, CNA, and others. Call toll-free and SelectQuote will mail you 5 of their lowest quotes in a simple, easy-to-read comparison. For example, a man age 40 who doesn't smoke can get $100,000 coverage for just $169, or $250,000 coverage for just $310. And you can lock in these low rates for 10 years. Don't overpay. Call SelectQuote now and see how much you can really save.
For a free comparison of the 5 lowest cost term policies for you, call SelectQuote at 1-800-626-5300. That's 1-800-626-5300.
For 30 years, Reverend Tom Willis has been the vicar of Holy Trinity Church in the tiny seaside town of Bridlington, England. He performs Mass, baptisms, and exorcisms. In fact, Reverend Willis has gained a national reputation as the man to call when someone or something is haunting your house, your business, or even your soul.
Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, we have sinned against you and against our fellow men.
Even before I became a priest, I was interested and fascinated by the whole problem of whether ghosts existed or not. And I used to collect newspaper cuttings and talk to people who claimed to see ghosts. And it was just a hobby examining the evidence for and against ghosts. Then one day, after I was fairly newly ordained, I was asked to give a talk on this subject. And one of the women afterwards, who'd been listening to the talk, came to me and said, "Look, can you tell me, am I heading for a nervous breakdown or is my house haunted?" And I had my first case.
The vicar determined that it was not a nervous breakdown, but a tragic suicide in the home years before that was somehow creating the haunting activity. His successful exorcism of that home and the relief he brought to its owner 35 years ago set Reverend Tom Willis on a unique career path. He estimates that since 1962, he has taken on more than 500 haunting cases.
Usually what happens, the telephone rings and somebody rather diffidently says, are you the vicar that deals with this sort of, with hauntings? And I say yes. And they say, well, we think we've got something in our house or in our office or in our factory. And I wonder if you could come and investigate. We've been called to trawlers and aerodromes and prefabricated buildings, stately homes, ordinary houses, you name it, we get called there. Hospitals, schools, every sort of building really we get called to. We're not psychic investigators or ghostbusters. We're answering in a Samaritan type way people who are very distressed, who want help and want relief from what's happening to them. and so we're responding to a request for help.
If you'd have seen Nathan's face when he saw these ghosts, you'd understand that it was no way in the world was he, joking. And I don't think people realise, the distress that Nathan went through.
In November 1995, Reverend Willis received a panicked call from Catherine Bridge after she was awakened by the terrifying screams of her 6-year-old son, Nathan. It was the last straw for Catherine, who had already felt an evil presence, but had, until then, kept it to herself.
And it was just hysterical, screaming, "No, go away, no, go away." And we brought him downstairs into the living room, and he was really crying, he was sobbing. And he just said that there was somebody in his bedroom. And I said to him, "No, Nathan, nobody can get in, the door's locked, But there was no way I could convince him. And all of a sudden he started screaming. And me and my mum was sort of looking around as if to say, well, what's going on? And he said, he's there, he's coming, call the police.
When you're having a dream, you can't talk, can you? You can only open your mouth, can't you? Without coming out of it. So it wasn't a dream, was it?
I wanted to see Nathan myself and think, well, is this just a child getting disturbed and having nightmares, or is it really happening? I went to the house and talked to them, and there seemed to be, their mother and sister also. The mother and sister also seemed to have had experiences in the house, and it seemed to me to be objective.
When Tom arrived, he explained to Nathan that he was just going to go through each of the rooms and just say a prayer. He put a cross of holy water above Nathan's bed and explained that, this'll make them go away. I think Tom put Nathan's mind at ease a lot, through just actually going round with him.
He blessed the wall and he blessed right up. He had to come in bed on my bed.
According to Church of England Archdeacon Hugh Buckingham, exorcism has been an accepted and practiced religious rite for centuries.
It is quite usual for each diocese in the Church of England to have at least one person who oversees the paranormal and does exorcisms and that kind of thing. The fact is that an awful lot of people have experiences of this nature.
Because for 200 or 300 years the church has not met a lot of need for this ministry, the colleges have not been geared up to teaching the clergy how to deal with the phenomena. But now, because more and more clergy are meeting complaints and requests for dealing with this kind of phenomena, the colleges are beginning to get organised and get some training.
Over the years, the vicar has found that his most disturbing cases have come from people who experimented with the occult, stirring up unexpected evil energies.
There always have been hauntings down the centuries, but we haven't had the amount of dabbling in the occult that we've had in recent years. There's been traditional teaching of the Christian faith and the Jewish faith and the Muslim faith that people should not dabble, because if you start dabbling, you begin to pull in all sorts of strange intelligences and phenomena.
Reverend Willis feels that it is his duty to administer to the spiritual needs of his flock, no matter how unearthly their request.
It's part, really, of the healing ministry of the church. In the same way as we lay hands for the healing of someone and are asking God to remove the illness, so you're asking God to remove evil.
The Bridge case is another success story for the vicar, and little Nathan is once again having sweet dreams in his own bed.
At least if anything does happen again, at least we know we've got the phone number and we know that, he's going to take us seriously and he will come down.
After 30 years with a decidedly unconventional specialty, Reverend Willis finds that kind of appreciation is the best reward.
My wife is a psychologist, and she asked me her in question the other day and said, describe your life in one sentence. And I thought, good grief, how could you answer a question like that? And suddenly the words came. I was surprised. I've seen the glory and been part of it.
After 30 years, Reverend Willis is finally hanging up his paranormal hat. But before he does, England's premier exorcist has scheduled a series of seminars to teach young priests the knowledge and lessons that he's learned over the past 3 decades.
Next.
3, 2, 1, mark.
Can this machine artificially induce out-of-body experiences? Later, driving out of voyeur ghosts.
The 13th century century vampire, a 20th century comedy. Forever Night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sci-Fi Monday.
He's too weak to talk.
I'll try a long-lasting Duracell battery.
Wow, it's great to be back! Hey, I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my wings tired! Actually, I'm strong as an ox. All right, a horse. Okay, a parrot. Bada boom, bada bing! Oh, baby! Oh, I'm killing myself! But seriously, I love you people. You're beautiful!
The Copper Top. No battery is stronger, longer.
The doctor sent me home sick. My wife said flu. I said flu. I walked.
Man, woman. Can you spot the difference? We're all human, and that's the point. We all sweat, too. And when you sweat, you don't feel clean. So here's a radical idea. Try Sure Ultra Dry, the clean antiperspirant. It keeps you drier than any other type, whether you're a man or a woman. So you feel clean. Look, it vanishes in to fight wetness before it starts. Sure Ultra Dry. It keeps you drier so a man, a woman, a human feels clean.
Today we studied dinosaurs, how big they were, and how some ate plants.
Learning's more fun when kids can draw and erase like magic on a Magnadoodle.
But when they forced their kids to eat broccoli, they got extinct. Magnadoodle!
Things haven't been going so good, sis.
Come stay with us.
When they invited him in, they let in something they could never imagine or ever escape. Bad Moon, rated R, now playing at a theater near you.
For many years, the military has conducted studies on just how much G-force pilots and astronauts can withstand during flight. Recently, a study was conducted to determine just what happens before G-lock, the moment a pilot loses consciousness. During these G-lock experiments, pilots reported visions and feelings that mimic what parapsychologists call the out-of-body experience.
I was totally conscious. That's what was so startling, is that I was fully conscious. It was not a dream. It was not some type of hallucination.
In 1972, William Buhlman took a long trip without ever leaving his house. He wasn't using drugs or alcohol. He was having an out-of-body experience.
I sat up and literally stepped away from my physical body. And at that point, what was really shocking is that I looked down and it struck me that that was my physical body. But I was totally real. I could consciously think.
Since then, Buhlman has taken hundreds of such trips and now teaches others how to induce the out-of-body experience. He uses a meditative technique that begins with visualization of a specific place.
No one knows why it works, but it's been used for centuries. That if you focus enough, your consciousness has a tendency to go to the location that you've concentrated upon. Anyone can learn how to have an out-of-body experience. Every religion in the world has a central theme that we are a non-physical being, and at death we exit our physical body. If that's true, then why can't we do the same right now?
New Age hocus pocus? Just another fad, courtesy of a crazy bunch of Californians? The United States Navy doesn't think so.
Okay, we're all set out here, Lieutenant.
Let's rock and roll.
All right. Subject is Lieutenant Schmarro.
Okay, on my mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
This is no joyride for Lieutenant Schmarro. He is strapped inside a dynamic flight simulator, a spherical gondola perched at the end of a 50-foot centrifuge. It duplicates the extreme forces of gravity that pilots must endure inside high-altitude jet fighters. Scientists at the Naval Air Warfare Center in Warminster, Pennsylvania, are studying the potentially life-threatening effects of a condition called G-lock, gravity-induced loss of consciousness.
In fighter aviation medicine, loss of consciousness is not just a symptom, it's a problem, because at the speeds that we're going, you can imagine within seconds you can impact the ground.
During the earliest experiments in the 1970s, Dr. Winnery was chief scientist at Warminster. He became fascinated with the strange, unexpected side effect of G-lock.
we decided to try to understand what the neurophysiology of unconsciousness was, which was truly something that was really new.
And what they got was an out-of-body experience.
During the loss of consciousness episode, sensory input is deprived, the ability for the brain to output to the body is deprived, and so, in essence, the nervous system or the brain interprets that as being separated from its body. Being separated from a body may be interpreted as an out-of-body experience.
Some of the G-LOC experiences that I had were very memorable.
Aerospace engineer Rob McConnell has taken more than 40 test rides in the flight simulator.
I grew up in New Jersey, and I had this feeling of being at the Jersey Shore on a warm summer evening at an amusement park. And it was dark, but there were these lights flashing around, and I could hear a calliope in the background and see a Ferris wheel and smell of cotton candy. It was as if I was there. Except for reality itself, I don't remember anything being quite that real.
A fully conscious out-of-body experience is as real as us talking now. It's that dramatic.
Lieutenant Dylan Schmarrow is a Navy research psychologist who experienced all the sights and sounds of a real disco on this ride in the simulator.
I very much felt that I was in an incredibly large warehouse-type setting that was completely dark with many colorful lights, in addition to the strobe lights going on and off. I was mingling, dancing. I can still now remember just the sounds, the echoing, the reverberations, the feeling. I still remember, I could feel the sweat on my body. I felt like I had a drink in my hand. I could feel the coldness of the drink. I completely felt as if I was truly and utterly there.
We can certainly simulate out-of-body experiences, but we don't have all the answers yet. A lot of people look at there being a mind-body duality that exists. There's really not a separation. That mind is something that is an extension of the physical body that we're just not able to describe at the present time.
Buhlman suggests an alternative theory. He believes that consciousness may not depend on the physical body.
What if consciousness is a separate entity, independent of the biological body? That would explain a lot. There is no proof, by the way, that the biological brain, a 3-pound hunk of gray matter, is the source of consciousness. It is all assumption at this point.
He sees these experiments as an important first step.
I believe the most effective way to discover these answers are through self-initiated and controlled out-of-body experiences. Think of it, why can't scientists be taught to have fully conscious out-of-body experiences and begin to consciously explore the substructure of our physical universe? It's an exciting prospect.
The ability to recreate the out-of-body experience in a laboratory helps broaden our understanding of the phenomenon. But figuring out how to duplicate an OBE only proves that an OBE can be duplicated, not why it occurs outside the laboratory.
Next, did a 19th century spiritualist open the door to this modern-day haunting?
I could still feel like something was next to me and was giving me the creeps.
The revolutionary new Timex Data Link watch uses light beams to transfer dates and data from your computer to your wrist with just a touch of your paw. Pretty smart, eh? The Timex Data Link watch.
When it hurts so much you can hardly swallow ordinary food, get Vicks Chloroseptic Spray. It numbs sore throat pain on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloroseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away. Got soreness from braces? Get Vicks Chloroseptic Spray. It numbs braces irritation on contact with a powerful anesthetic for fast, effective relief. Vicks Chloroseptic Spray quickly numbs the pain away.
Recently, sightings explored the effectiveness of an ancient Chinese method for ridding one Northern California home of ghosts, a cleansing ritual based on the spiritual principle of feng shui. Well, now, a group in Wisconsin is using another ancient method a little closer to home, a centuries-old Native American ritual for dispelling evil spirits. Sightings was contacted by Jeff Seelman of Vanguard Psychic Investigations about his company's unique approach to ghost busting. He offered to show us his methods during his work inside a Milwaukee area home. The three women who share the home are being terrorized by what they feel is a malicious spirit.
I'd be sitting in the living room and we'd hear kind of a creaky down the stairs. You'd actually hear it progressing down the stairs, almost as if someone was walking up and down the stairs.
The presence has a strange, voyeuristic quality. Windows are found open after they've been closed, doors wide open after they've been locked. Each roommate has had the feeling of being watched in her most private moments, and Kathy believes she was confronted by the entity in her own bed.
When I felt the presence come into the bed with me, it felt like the covers had lifted off my body. And I kept turning around thinking maybe it was just my imagination. I fluffed the covers out, but I could still feel like something was next to me and it was giving me the creeps.
Kathy didn't want to sleep in her room, and she didn't want to sleep on the couch, and she didn't want to sleep in my bedroom. So she was going to leave, and I was not going to stay here by myself, so it was I was going to leave with her.
They have moved out until the house can be cleared of its invasive energy. To rule out an earthly explanation for the phenomenon, Sightings asked two local researchers to survey the site and monitor environmental conditions in the home.
This camera is of the type that is made to see in extreme low light level conditions. If there is any type of movement or disturbance to the normal temperatures in the room, the infrared lighting should highlight it and make it recordable for us.
The 24-hour surveillance yielded no evidence of a physical disturbance, so the investigation turned to the metaphysical. Together, Jeffrey Seelman and Mary Ellen Pride have more than 25 years' experience investigating haunted activity. They employ a mix of psychic contact and spiritual cleansing to rid Midwestern homes of disturbing energies and entities. Seelman believes he knows who is haunting this house.
I think it's a very powerful spirit, very evil, negative, obnoxious, parasitical, a feeder that feeds off of energy from others, in this case, the three women who live here.
Unknown to Vanguard Investigations, members of the Sightings team had independently researched the history of the area. In 1844, John Wagner bought 170 acres of land in Waukesha, Wisconsin, including the land where the house in our investigation sits today. Wagner was a wealthy entrepreneur who had dabbled in mysticism, conducting seances to entertain his friends. Did John Wagner unwittingly open up a dark pathway from the other side that has never been closed? When Jeff enters the empty house, he instantly feels that he is not alone.
My feeling is this particular stairway is well traversed by the spirit. In here, it watches one or more of the women take a shower or a bath. Has some voyeuristic tendencies.
Both investigators feel the presence in every room upstairs. But in Kathy's room, Mary Ellen believes that she has made physical contact.
I felt something thump me real hard, and this area kind of corresponds.
There's a lot of trapped energy in this room.
And there's a lot of agitation, too. Mm-hmm. So I can feel that because my heart rate is going.
Jeff and Mary Ellen agree that there is a single entity here, definitely male, and potentially more violent than he has shown himself to be. Jeff and Mary Ellen psychically search for the vortex of his energy, the place they term the nest.
The nest is in the basement, and I think Mary is very close to it.
Could predate the time that the house was built, actually, is what my thought would be.
Could be.
This is a pretty intense energy, and it's pretty much directed at women as opposed to men.
Once the nest is identified, Jeff begins to perform a ritual of his own design that he believes has greater power and effectiveness than exorcism. In Kathy's bedroom, he uses symbolic gestures drawn from many faiths to force the entity from this location, replacing its negativity with healing energy. Then, in the basement, at the supposed source of the haunting, Jeff performs a final ritual to drive the dark force out completely and close the spirit portal, ensuring the entity will not return.
I cleanse the atmosphere of all of the house. A lot of perverted energy. I think if the problem would have continued for a while longer, that some really bad things would have probably happened here, far worse than have already happened.
After the ritual cleansing, the three women who had lived in the home agree to return for a visit. There is trepidation, but all three feel that the house has a new, benevolent energy.
There's no way of predicting what could happen, and they said it would have been worse, and I have no desire for that to happen. I'm just relieved because whatever it was is gone.
Since our investigation, Kathy, Erica, and Jen have moved back into their rented home. So far, the haunting activity that drove them from the site has not returned.
Look at the coffee. Ah, smell it.
Somewhere where cowboys still sing.
Stagecoach West, brought to you by Maxwell House.
Where deer and antelope have been known to play. And hospitality means offering your best. Somewhere deep in the heart, you'll find Maxwell House. Always has and always will be good to the last drop. It doesn't have to be Halloween to be this scary.
Oh! What's wrong with you?
Bad Moon. Rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
On the next episode of Sci-Fi Channel's Sightings, investigators bring you a disturbing two-part report on flying triangles witnessed by thousands.
It was the size of a football field hanging over your head.
Then,
I cannot stay silent about what I believe.
Have sightings experts found evidence of a UFO threat against Great Britain? Plus, your room is ready and waiting at a haunted Arizona hotel. Compelling investigations, extraordinary possibilities. Sci-Fi Channel's Sightings, Friday at 8 p.m. and midnight Eastern. You're watching Sci-Fi Channel Sightings.
Presenting the most effective home exercise system available. As with all great designs, it works on one very simple idea: freedom. This is Bowflex. With 64 exercises, only Bowflex gives you the freedom to get an entire body workout with both strength and aerobic exercise. Call right now for your free video and brochure on the only fitness machine that gives you the results you really want. Guaranteed results. Bowflex design gives you the freedom to move through your workout quickly and efficiently, which keeps your heart rate up, burns fat, and tones muscle. Only the Bowflex patented Power Rod system follows your body's natural range of motion, so every exercise feels great, because you dictate the motion, not the machine. And of course, Bowflex gives you the freedom to have your room back when you're done. Call now for your free video and brochure on the fitness machine that guarantees results in 6 weeks or your money back. Bowflex, freedom for results.
Sightings is now on the internet as part of the Sci-Fi Channel's Dominion website. By typing sci-fi.com, users can access information about the entire global Sci-Fi Channel lineup, as well as downloads from dozens of sci-fi movies and series, interviews with noted celebrities, games, and links to the hottest paranormal websites.
We now are able to reach a worldwide audience of Sightings fans, which enables them to give us feedback on what we're producing and how we're showing stories to people. We have features from some of our stories on a weekly basis. We have downloadable images and QuickTime clips.
When I make contact with this entity, I will become a little confrontational. Hello? Hello?
Since its inception, Dominion has become the home of all things science fiction on the World Wide Web. Now, with the addition of Sightings Online, the hope is that it will become a clearinghouse for all things paranormal as well.
Already on the Dominion site, they have access to all the major paranormal links on the internet. We're hoping to reach a worldwide audience and provide state-of-the-art information and news about the paranormal world.
If you've had a paranormal experience, contact Sightings on the World Wide Web at sci-fi.com/sightings. Sightings can also be contacted at America Online at keyword sightings, or write to us, care of Paramount Television.
Until next time, remember, no mystery is closed to an open mind. For Sightings, I'm Tim White.
Have you logged on to the world's first cyber convention? Do it now at www.scifi.com. And stay tuned as reporter Carl Kolchak saves a non-believing world from the things that go bump in the night. Kolchak, the Night Stalker, is next.
This is the Inside Space Report for Friday, November 1st, 1996. Care for a game of catch? After their November 8th launch, the STS-80 crew will be releasing and recapturing 2 satellite payloads. Although humans can't see ultraviolet light, the Orpheus SPAS 2 platform can. And it will reveal to us secrets of stars, galaxies, and quasars, emitting most of their energy at this wavelength. Now imagine a vacuum 1,000 to 10,000 times better than any vacuum conditions on Earth. The Ultra Vacuum Wake Shield facility intends to grow thin film wafers that may one day lead to even faster computers. With the Inside Space Report, I'm Jeff Fox.
This Inside Space Report is brought to you by Milano Cookies from Pepperidge Farm.
Someone's been sneaking my Milano cookies.
Tim? Is he capable of indulging himself the way I do? The baby. Would she know how to savor every moment?
Pepperidge Farm Milano, the finest dark chocolate in perfect balance with 2 cookies of exquisite texture.
A plumber. Could he possibly appreciate? Nah.
Milano cookies from Pepperidge Farm. Treasure was meant to be discovered.
Coming up on the Sci-Fi Channel and online at sci-fi.com, Fantastic Planet, a chat with X-Files executive producer Howard Gordon, and a chat with the authors of the science fiction television series Reference Book. Log on and you're there.
No gloves at the table, thank you.
Wouldn't it be great to serve your family dinners like these? They don't take ages to make, or days, or even hours.
You guys ready for dinner?
In fact, you can easily make any one of these great tasting meals in just 30 minutes or less. So all you have to decide now is how to spend all that time you just saved. We're sure you'll think of something. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
With the spider-like traction of all-wheel drive, the new Subaru 2.5 GT can take you places those European sports sedans simply can't.
Here comes Spider-Man.
Mere mortals.
Look out! Here comes Spider-Man.
How did
did I get my kids hooked on the classics? I gave them a good kerplunk, the game. Plunk down the fun. Chuckled as their marbles came tumbling down. Yeah, I gave it to them. Just like my parents did me. But I'm okay.
Kerplunk, a Tyco classic game. Fun lasts forever.
Things haven't been going so good, sis.
Come stay with us.
When they invited him in, they let in something they could never imagine or ever escape. Bad Moon, rated R. Now playing at a theater near you.
What was I thinking? What was I, blind? When I bought this outfit, I must have been temporarily out of my mind. What was I thinking?
No ruffles, no rhinestones, no regrets. Comfortable cotton tees, tanks, shorts, and sweats. Fruit of the loom. Really, really comfortable casual wear.
When I started losing my hair, it bothered me, and I finally got to the point where I just didn't want to think about it anymore. But I didn't want to do anything until I knew I could get the look that I wanted. The most important thing to me was the hairline. It had to look natural.
Hair Club for Men is proud to announce a technological breakthrough.
Ever seen one of these? No, you haven't, because this is the future of television. A tiny satellite dish that receives something new called DirecTV. Now, for those of us who aren't rocket scientists, here's how it works. Every time I turn on the TV, I find something I feel like watching. Let's say I feel like a movie. Oh, do I drive to a video store? No, I stay right where I am. DirecTV is my video store. The hit movies I want start every 30 minutes. Let's say I feel like sports. I get hundreds of pro and college games I couldn't before. And cable networks? I've got everything I want. Everything. And DirecTV is digital. You can get great picture, CD sound, so even that fancy TV set you've been bragging about could look a lot better. And where is DirecTV? In some dream about the information superhighway? Nope. It's in my living room right now. Get your DSS 18-inch dish and DirecTV at your RCA or satellite TV dealer.
Mercy Medical Airlift just approved a sinus headache medicine for technicians on duty. Sudafed Sinus. Approved because of the way Sudafed Sinus clears up nasal congestion. Approved because of the way it relieves sinus pressure and headache pain. And most importantly, approved because Sudafed Sinus gives you all this relief with no drowsy side effects. Sudafed Sinus. Strong medicine, no drowsiness. Clears you up without slowing you down.
Monday. Catch 2 full hours of heart-stopping action on Cops Coast to Coast.
Get the gun, get the gun.
Ah! From the mean streets of New York to the freeways of L.A., it doesn't get more intense than this. Cops Coast to Coast on a special night, Monday at 8, 7 Central.
Pass the pasta, pass the pasta, pass the pasta, if you please. Pass it now, it's pasta, please. Pasta at Applebee's. A sauce Alfredo, a shrimp, linguine, lasagna with 3 kinds of cheese. And you can share a marinara. Pass the pasta, please. So, pass the pasta, pass the pasta, pass the pasta, please. Pass the pasta.
You just have to.
Pass the pasta.
It won't cost you.
Pass the pasta.
Pass the saucer.
Pass the pasta, please. America's favorite neighbor, Applebee's.
Your last chance to save. The sale everybody waits for. Blocker's ultimate clearance. Quality furniture at once in a lifetime low prices. Put nothing down and get free interest until 1996. Ultimate clearance savings, 40 up to 80% off the region's lowest suggested prices. A full acre of treasures at 40 to 80% savings, nothing down and free interest until 1996. The ultimate furniture clearance sale. Now through Monday 9 p.m. at Blockers Furniture, Highway 441, Ocala.
This is WOGX-TV, Box 51.
It's tough enough. You're pretty.
You're not.
She's fast enough. Want to play poker with me, little lady?
Looks like you're having a pretty good time playing with yourself.
The only question is, I always win.
Maybe one day your luck will run out.
Are they man enough? Scull your butt out of town.
Say that again.
Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sure must want to die young, miss.
The Quick and the Dead. Rated R. At theaters February 10th.
Oh, I can't wait to tell you the news. You know all that seafood you love at Red Lobster? Well, we've just lowered our prices. Our new menu has 15 dinners under $10, like our shrimp sampler, just $7.99. With sizzling scampi, flame-grilled shrimp, fried shrimp, plus bread and salad, just $7.99. How's everything?
Delicious.
You know, with our delicious seafood and 15 dinners under $10, you're gonna love Red Lobster even more. See you soon.
This Tuesday, the world will be watching. His life was a success story.
OJ, no one will ever say no to you for one very simple reason. You can run fast with a football.
She was the woman he chose to share it with.
You're married.
It's almost over.
But what began as a storybook romance,
Nicole, this is it. We're each other's destiny.
became a broken marriage.
I'm gonna divorce you, OJ.
You ain't got no respect for me!
And now it's a murder mystery.
I want you to have one thing very clear in your mind. They are out to get you.
Why don't you leave me alone?
How did the world's most famous athlete
I want to answer the questions. I want to clear my name.
become the world's most famous suspect?
You should expect to be arrested.
You can't do that to me.
Fox presents a major motion picture event.
I didn't kill anyone.
The O.J. Simpson story. World premiere on the Fox Tuesday night movie.
This is a Fox News update. O.J.'s double murder trial was delayed until Monday. His book hit the stores. It's called I Want to Tell You. He says he could never kill anyone, especially Nicole. 3 mothers are trying to get Chrysler to recall their minivans. Their children fell out of them when the latch on the back door popped open. The government's looking into dozens of similar claims. And Coke teamed up with NASA to put a high-tech Coke machine on the Space Shuttle Discovery. This has been a Fox News update.
Some games are just no fun, for one.
I got it.
But a Florida Lottery scratch-off game can turn your small change into real big fun. Turn your small change into big fun. Play Hot Sevens, new from the Florida Lottery. Big fun for anyone.
Even Bad Bart loves a pickup truck. Old Straight Arrow's got this new Mighty Max truck priced for $181 a month with air conditioning, step bumper, 5-speed transmission. Do you think he can really sell this truck for $181 a month? Hi, Paul West here. This time you really can believe my evil twin. You can also buy our basic work truck for only $147 a month. By the way, sooner or later we're going to teach Bad Bart how to say Mitsubishi. Hope to see you down through.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next episode of The X-Files.
When you're congested, it's like your nose takes over. You need Afrin. While cold tablets travel through your system, Afrin goes right to your nose, so it works 4 times faster than the leading cold tablet. Afrin, because you shouldn't have to wait to breathe.
Their album made them jerks,
What's up there, jackass?
but their movie will make them bigger jerks.
You let me down there, I'll straighten things out like you wouldn't believe, Hawky.
The Jerky Boys, the movie.
Dude, we're playing on the phone.
Rated R. Starts February 3rd.
Mon disque dur est plein. Oh, il faut que j'archive 500 MB ou je suis fichu.
Oh, ça, c'est embêtant. Ouais. J'ai entendu dire qu'il travaillait sur un nouveau procédé laser pour stocker de l'information.
Le laser? Qui fait ça?
Bah, IBM. Oui, IBM. Ils disent même qu'on pourra stocker 10 fois plus de données. Alors...
C'est incroyable.
This summer, we invited everyone who owns a Saturn to visit Spring Hill, a Saturn homecoming. They could see where their cars were built and meet the people who built them. We could thank them for believing in us. 44,000 people spent their vacations with us at a car plant. Of course, not everything went exactly as planned, but we were all in it together, the way we always have been.
Next time you see your dentist, you may hear about advanced formula plaques. Because advanced formula plaques is recommended by more than 30,000 dentists. It's the only brand clinically proven to loosen and break up plaque before you brush, so you can brush off even more. That means next time you see your dentist,
My teeth feel great.
you'll see what advanced formula plaques can do for you. Advanced formula plaques, 30,000 dentists strong. Ask your dentist.
For some people, black magic is a way of life.
You're putting yourselves in something you don't understand.
For Agent Scully, it could be a terrifying way to die.
They warn you once. After that, no magic can save you.
Don't miss a brand new episode of The X-Files next Friday on Fox.
Martin Tupper's new client
Who shall I say is calling? Jackie O?
has the story of a lifetime.
What we're looking at here is the bestseller.
But how far will he go to get the scoop?
I think we ought to do it.
Dream On, Sunday after Married with Children on Fox.
There's a new Dodge Neon starting to show up out there. And lurking under its hood is a 150 peak horsepower surprise. Look for details in the fast lane. Say hello to the other Dodge Neon, the Sport Coupe, and the friendly Dodge dealers who sell it.
At Morgan, Collin & Gilbert, we have a section devoted exclusively to the area of medical malpractice. This division includes 3 attorneys, paralegals, and a staff physician. It's a fact that a small percentage of doctors commit the majority of medical malpractice. If you suspect that you or a loved one are the victim of medical negligence, call Morgan, Collin & Gilbert for a free consultation. Remember, your gut instincts are usually right on target. Call Morgan, Collin & Gilbert for the people.
Serving Ocala, Gainesville, and all of North Central Florida, this is WOGX-TV, Fox 51.
It is the moment of our destiny. For it is written, the evil one shall be banished from Shambhala. And while darkness sleeps, the city shall be safe in its celestial plane. But in its sleep, the darkness shall grow. And the day will come when the great evil will once again be unleashed. The book tells of a savior, the descendant of one who wandered the earth 3 generations ago. A warrior of great humility. His name is Kwai Chang Caine.
Peter, it is not easy for me to write this. Our 2 years together have been wonderful and fruitful. To know you are alive and growing in spirit has brought me great joy. But I must continue to seek a greater challenge. My destiny calls, though I do not know from what source. I must leave.
It's true. 4 out of 5 MCI Friends and Family 2 basic customers will save more with AT&T True USA Savings.
Your true voice. Arm & Hammer has uncovered an even better way to absorb odors with our fridge freezer pack.
It has 20 spill-proof vents to absorb odors better. We've changed our box. Shouldn't you change yours?
Looking good. Pacing with your car is a great idea.
Yeah, especially when it's my new Grand Am.
Well, you couldn't take my car. Doesn't have analog brakes or an airbag.
Or 150 horsepower. Your car couldn't keep up with me.
Man, this engine is really smooth.
What?
I said you're really starting to move.
Hey, where are you?
Come on. You want one?
Surely you jest. One bite and all my composure is lost.
We'd help you find it.
You asked for it.
Well?
Please. I'm reeling from the milk chocolate as it melts in my mouth.
Not in your hand. Or glove.
I'm soaring from the fresh roasted peanuts and bedazzling shell. I'm giddy. You didn't notice?
Notice what? What is she talking about? I don't know, but that is one heavy bowl.
Is the gray in your mustache or beard making you look too old? Now there's Just for Men Brush-In Color Gel, specially for the hard-to-color hair of mustaches and beards. This brush-in gel stays put to penetrate hard-to-color hair. In 5 minutes, rinse. Your mustache or beard blends with your natural hair color, and it won't fade or wash out.
Now that's a lot better.
Just for Men Color Gel, from the leader in men's hair coloring.
Arm yourself with Arm & Hammer Deodorant Antiperspirant. Instead of covering odors, it absorbs and then eliminates them with Arm & Hammer Baking Soda. Arm yourself with the odor-absorbing power of baking soda.
It's true. AT&T True Voice makes your calls sound so clear and close, it's even patented. In fact, 4 out of 5 MCI and Sprint customers prefer it.
Your true voice.
Now, Southern Bell's caller ID can show you a name as well as the number that's calling.
It's my mother. I'll call her back.
So if you're not in the mood to answer, you can return the call later. Order caller ID now and get a $24 credit on your phone bill, or use the credit for this display unit.
We've got what you want. A special allocation of Dodge Dakotas with air conditioning when you want it. Right now. Dakotas with AM/FM cassette, rear bumper, power steering, power brakes, and more. What you want. A great lease rate on Dakota with air conditioning for just $189 a month with $1,000 down. When you want it. Right now. Purchase or lease a new Dakota and get a bed liner at no extra charge while they last. What you want. When you want it. See your friendly participating Gold Star Dodge dealer now.
My dry, irritated eyes need relief fast, so I used new OcuRest. No pointy tip. It rests on my nose. Drops go in my eye, not down my cheek. Dryness is gone. Moisturizes my eyes fast.
OcuRest. Eye care made easy. When the Psi Corps hunts down a band of rogue telepaths,
They'll come after me.
we'll see. Only Talia can stop the slaughter.
Don't force us to do this.
Walter Koenig guest stars on an all-new Babylon 5.
Sunday at 10 on Fox 51.
Hello from Plank Road, where our man Paul...
You got Ice House in a can?
Well, then you better let it out.
Ice House is now in cans. These superb cylinders are crafted from space-age aluminum, covered with awe-inspiring two-dimensional graphics, and chock full of ice-brewed Ice House. Plus, they're easy to stack, easy to hold, and if you've got a cooler, they're easy to keep cold. Thanks, and enjoy Ice House in cans.
The temperature of your mouth, a steamy 98.6 degrees. The temperature of a winter fresh mouth. Introducing new Winter Fresh gum from Wrigley's.
Yes. Icy cool flavor. Oh, yeah. Icy cool breath.
That lasts. And lasts. And lasts. We can't wait for your reaction. Try new Winter Fresh gum for icy cool breath that lasts.
Where were you when your cold pill quit?
Math finals. My head totally clogged up.
Effidac 24 won't quit. Where were you when your cold pill quit?
Outside Akron. I was so stuffed up, I could hardly breathe.
Effidac 24 won't quit. Other pills quit after 6 hours or 12, but just one Effidac relieves symptoms 24 hours. Where were you when your cold pill quit?
Mine didn't quit. Mine is Effidac 24.
The cold pill that just won't quit.
How do I like my steak? How do I like my steak? Bold. Eye-opening. Spicy. It gets you here, and it gets you right here. A1 Bold. Yeah, that's what I'm in the mood for.
Original A1 and A1 Bold. They're how steak is done.
Arm & Hammer has uncovered an even better way to absorb odors with our fridge freezer pack. It has 20 spill-proof vents to absorb odors better. We've changed our box. Shouldn't you change yours?
AT&T, this is Matt.
AT&T True USA Savings.
Yes, sir.
Bottom line it for me.
Just make $25 in calls a month, and we'll subtract 20% off your AT&T bill.
Yeah, but 20% off calls to whom?
To anybody.
Anybody, or just certain anybody?
Yeah, absolutely anybody in the U.S. It's our best program
What
ever.
about Martians?
Calls to people on Mars?
No. Martians living in the U.S.
Oh, sure, to them too.
Really?
AT&T True USA Savings. Save 20% to anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Your true voice.
If you know someone who likes to go on and on and on about the great fettuccine and spaghetti at Fazoli's, now's the time to let them. And as always, refills on Coca-Cola products are free every day.
Fazoli's real Italian, real fast.
Regency Nissan.
They're saying push it in, pull it in, drag it in. They're guaranteeing you 3,000 minimum.
3,000 minimum for any trade.
No matter what shape your trade is in.
3,000 is the least.
3,000 is the minimum.
If you hurry.
And if any clunker is worth 3,000.
What is your trade worth?
5, 10,000? Regency Nissan.
Could a California road be a gravesite for ghosts?
I did have the feeling that death was around the next corner.
Many have supernatural encounters while driving through this pass.
Everything that I experienced was like bloodshed, futility, despair.
Traveling the haunted highway. Then, can we heal through the mind?
I was relaxed and happy going down into the operating room.
Some say they can rise above the threshold of pain. Supermind power on the next Sightings.
Saturday at 10 on Fox 51.
It began as a success story.
OJ, no one will ever say no to you for one very simple reason. You can run fast with a football.
It became a storybook romance.
Nicole, this is it. I mean, we're each other's destiny.
Now, it's a murder mystery.
They are out to get you, big time.
Fox presents a major motion picture event.
I didn't kill anyone.
The O.J. Simpson story.
Tuesday at 8 on Fox 51.
Need some advice on what to cook, prepare, or serve for the Super Bowl? Get to Florida's Super Bowl supermarket, Publix. We've got all the answers you need. Most of them, anyway. Super Bowl specials, now for a limited time at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
On 5.
The Emperor and I will both die.
A leader will fall.
Don't do this! I have no choice!
A colony will be destroyed.
What are they?
It has begun. And a captain will try desperately to stop.
Not again!
A galactic war.
All wings attack!
On an all-new
100 years of blood isn't something you'll forget overnight.
Babylon 5.
This is safeguard season. This is a season for germs.
I think every locker room's got 3 things in common. Sweaty guys, germs, and some serious body odor.
Safeguard antibacterial soap eliminates more germs that cause body odor than regular soap and helps keep germs from coming back.
Hey, no one should smell like a locker room. Not my team, my sons, or me. And with Safeguard, we don't.
Safeguard against germs.
Here I come!
He's
He's got the moves.
Are you some kind of idiot?
The look. The brains.
Oh, really, fool? Really?
But to get his inheritance, he needs a diploma.
I can do this if I set my mind to it.
Class, say hello to Billy Madison.
Adam Sandler.
Now you're all in big trouble.
Billy Madison.
You want some more of that? I didn't think so.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 10th at theaters everywhere.
Next time you see your dentist, you may hear about advanced formula plaques. Because advanced formula plaques is recommended by more than 30,000 dentists. It's the only brand clinically proven to loosen and break up plaque before you brush, so you can brush off even more. That means next time you see your dentist,
My teeth feel great.
you'll see what advanced formula plaques can do for you. Advanced formula plaques, 30,000 dentists strong. Ask your dentist.
New cheer with advanced color guard bleach. Whites stay white, colors stay bright.
I'm sneezing my head off. I'm sneezing my head off.
Where's my NyQuil? This is some cough.
This is some cough.
If I take this, I could still be up tonight coughing, and I got to rest.
I've got to rest.
Hey, you're really sick. You need children's NyQuil as much as I need grown-up NyQuil.
Vicks, NyQuil and Children's NyQuil. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, stuffy head so you and your child can rest medicine.